closest. Baba brings me to myself is by bringing me close to him. And his knowledge of 84 parts within me which are playing within the awareness that I am, moment by moment. As Baba brings me close to myself, by bringing me close to him, I realize true silence, true peace, true love was never even an inch away from me. Because that is me. Because that's why sometimes he gives this analogy of the queen looking for its necklace, only to find it was always around its neck. In Baba's company, is a clear seeing. I never moved away from me or him, just like the queen's necklace. So I know my true nature, my inherent nature. is like God's nature. Is Baba ever dissatisfied? With whatever the experience may be in this moment? That is why his one thought merges all the thinking of the thinking mind. He gives one thought to the mind. Which brings the mind from outwardness to inwardness, towards the self. Away from the physical and the subtle objects, the mind turns inwards towards the soul. What is that one thought that he gives? So that the queen stops looking for the necklace outside. Would you like to share? One thought that he gives. I'm a peaceful soul. And
you are the one.
you are the one. And it finishes all other thoughts.
You are a thoughtless one.
This one. Close, getting closer. I'm Master God. You're like me. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's a question.
Who am I?
Who am I?
मैं कौन मेरा कौन.
Yeah. And literally, no matter what is happening in your mind or what is happening outside, just ask, give your mind this one thought, Baba and you together, literally giving your mind this one thought. Who am I and who do I belong to? Dadi was 100%
दादी जानकी.
right. Who am I? It immediately brings you back to your inherent nature. Right? And the moment I remember my nature, now before I know any of the other person's story, I know the nature that is in me is the nature in you. The reality in me is the reality in you. The being like I am is the same being you are. That is what it means to know who am I. Then I know I am and my nature. Then immediately you will see the other soul also as they are in their reality. And that is why Baba is really letting us know that this one question destroys all other thoughts in the mind. But it has to be understood and asked, not just who am I, but it really has to be understood. Yeah. So if ever there are lots of feelings, lots of thoughts, who am I? What is my nature? So then you realize that it's just your attention that had moved away from you. You had never moved away from yourself. Right? Anyone else would like to say something on it? Do you see right now? We three beings which are on the camera, four beings which are on the camera with the different dream displaying. We are the same, like you have the same reality as the reality that I have. You have the same nature as the nature that I have. We all have the same nature, same reality. Just on the screen of the soul, there's a different dream playing, that is all. But really, we are the same. Is that seen very clearly? That is what Baba is really wanting us to see, that, Didi, when we are thinking that we are combined, then no need always to be in visualizations as points of light. Okay, na? Yeah. You don't need the visual, but there's no enmity towards the visual either. It's not like I'm not liking the visual. If it comes, that's great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Because it's more of an understanding and a knowing of who you are, which is beyond the visuals. Anyways, but visuals we keep. Firstly, I don't want this part to be constantly on the camera like that. And secondly, also it's just something that the mind has something to look at, you know? So which is, have you ever heard this example Baba gives in Murli, the queen who lost his necklace? You have? Okay.
Very much, sister. Many times.
Many times. I really like that example. Yeah.
रानी का हार गले में और पूरा महल में देखा and it was there only.
Yeah.
That was the experience for the first day of the course.
Uh-huh.
That, this example was the one that was like, yeah, all this while we were looking everywhere, but here I am, who
I'm looking
I
for
was searching for.
and I'm right here. Yeah,
Yes.
I've always been here. And I've always been what I've been looking for. Yeah. And that day it becomes your Mahavakya. It becomes a statement of truth for you. So should I go back to the Murli from Surrender? Or should I really like this passage? Anybody has any questions on this passage from today on the drama that Baba?
Yes, I
Okay.
have question.
Okay.
Yeah, Om Shanti. Sister, there is a one question today, Baba says in a Murli, when he gave the example of the Rami Tarha, I don't know who was he told his disciple, keep a distance. So there is a no vibration, feel each other. So that was point click. I mean, if I'm, as you said, as I am soul, and now when I have this awareness, I'm being a soul combined with Baba. So then I don't care about the vibration, pure or good or this, because I'm complete combined with Baba.
Yes.
And then Baba says, why this point is brought it in this, because I couldn't understand this point clearly.
See, what happens is, as we said, Baba first wants to make sure there is a very healthy environment for everyone, right? Not everybody may be in the same space, right? So we don't know what others may have, that whatever the space is, but at least if they are, it's like all males, females, everybody sitting together, right? So Baba wants to make sure that there is that, if you do, you know, you may be very conscious as a soul, but someone else may not be very conscious as a soul. So then that discipline applies to all. Yeah. Like, for example, if you see Dadi Prakashmani, she was always hugging all this, I mean, the souls, right? And always hugging means she never shied away from hugging. And there's nothing to shy away from hugging, right? I mean, in the Western world, as you see, I mean, whenever it's anybody comes, now we don't, and after coming into Gyan, but before coming into Gyan, we were always hugging each other, whether we were brother souls, husband parts, friends, or whoever it may be. The way you greet is by hugging over here, right? So it is your consciousness. So you can see, like, even when in my past life, if I go back and look at the experience, when you're not, you could sense that there was a difference in somebody's vibrations in the way they are hugging, or there is a difference in vibrations, you could sense it.
Yeah, but the sister ones, I mean, I always focus on myself, not focus on other, how they think,
Baba
how
is,
they feel.
Baba is talking to one, or Baba is talking to all?
Yeah, talking to the all, but service I'm only doing for my service.
Yeah, but if Baba is speaking, he's saying, when you are sitting anywhere, make sure there's not too much. Now you have to listen. If you feel you're very powerful, and it doesn't matter even if there's not enough room, and yeah, you're squeezed in one car and you're going together, there's not much choice, right? You will be touching each other because there's not enough space there, right? And look at it from Baba's perspective. Baba is also trying to create an environment where there is not even a possibility for any unhealthy thoughts, feelings, and emotions that may get triggered, right? He may be very soul conscious, others may be very conscious as a soul, but maybe there are some who are not that conscious as a soul. So why to give a chance to trigger and create an environment like that? So Baba is taking care of everything, right?
Mm.
And then from Baba's perspective, it makes sense. Now, for your personal self, for your personal truth, you see, for yourself, you do your own checking. That is why for your own checking, you do it. But Baba is speaking to all. He has a classroom that he's looking at, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Yeah.
And
Om Shanti
also,
Devi.
I have a, oh, sorry, go ahead, sister.
Yeah. Maybe in yesterday's or day before yesterday's, Murli also Baba said that जब तुम क्लास में बैठते हो तो किसी के अंग से अंग तुम्हारा नहीं लगना चाहिए. So does that mean that we shouldn't touch anybody or hug anybody?
Don't take
Maybe
things
children.
too literally. I would say, don't take things too literally. Why Baba is saying is he wants to make sure that keep things very clean and pure. First
Okay.
here and then outside also. Does that make sense, Sonali?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I would say don't take things too literally. We have to see what Baba's perspective is, from what perspective is he talking, what must be in front of him, right? It's important. Like if you go to a center, they have to maintain certain disciplines, isn't it? If you don't maintain those disciplines, you don't know who's coming with what drishti, vritti, attitude. The whole public and the world can come there. You just don't know with what drishti and vritti they are coming there. Right? It's not always all Brahmins are there. There's public also at times that comes there.
Sister, I have a question from the Sunday Murli.
Yeah, sure.
Can I ask?
Mm-hmm.
Baba talk about the accumulation, accumulated your powers.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to read the Baba's exact word rather than I go with my journey.
Yeah.
Baba says here, where is it, the line? You earn something in 2 days and then lose so much in one day that everything that you had earned, used up.
Mm-hmm.
Your account is not like that, is it? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
If you just earned and used up or used it on yourself, then what would you have accumulated for your 21 birth?
Mm-hmm.
So here Baba is mostly talking about the whatever you learn, whatever you do for your service, now you have to share.
Mm-hmm.
That Baba's mean to accumulation.
Yeah, accumulation is not exactly the way we are understanding and with our human mind that I am accumulating as I'm accumulating in a bank balance. It's not like that.
No, yeah.
Yeah. The accumulation is more like, think of it like this. We usually give the example of the cloud and the sky, right? When
Yes.
it's very cloudy, you can't see the sky. When it's less cloudy, you can see some patches of the blue sky, right? True, is that right?
Yes.
I think you're frozen, or maybe it's just me. But it's like, you can see some patches of blue sky, right? And then one who's standing on the floor or standing on the ground will see that blue sky and will see that, oh, I see a little bit of what I would look like. But I'm seeing still as a person, I'm getting a glimpse of my truth. A person is nothing other than the soul itself, right? Soul is a person, nothing, everything about the person is the soul, right? As we say, everything about Iqbal is Amitabh Bachchan, right? Something similar. Everything about the Rini is the soul. Soul in its contracted form is this thought, feeling, emotion, and matter doll. Soul in its contracted form is like that. And when as that contracted form, I get a glimpse of the full infinite sky, I feel, oh, I have earned something. As this contracted form, I feel as Iqbal, I get a sense of, oh, I'm Amitabh. I'm not Iqbal. I'm getting a sense, a little bit of a sense of who I am. So it feels I'm accumulating little by little, some glimpses I'm getting. Yeah. But what happens is Baba is saying, if you lose your attention or if you start getting lost again and again, being body, mind, then you will lose what you have gained, which means then you will continue to be immersed in the experience, the objective experience, rather than coming closer to your truth, which in reality you are already your truth, but it appears that as though you're coming back to yourself, just like the clouds and the sky. Does that make sense? So it
No.
appears you are accumulating, but you're not accumulating. You are just getting glimpse, and it's just the clouds are getting further, more and more scattered, more and more scattered, more and more scattered. And you're rediscovering that you are the sky
Sister,
forever.
honestly, I didn't understand because I didn't get it.
Because I think we are looking at accumulating from the perspective of a person. What can the soul accumulate? Can anything be added to the soul?
No, soul can't be added, can't be subtracted, nothing.
Nothing is added to the soul, nothing is subtracted from the soul. What is the soul accumulating then?
Nothing, because soul has already original
It's
qualities.
living. Let's say Amitabh is complete and full. That example will help. Amitabh is complete and full, but it's believing itself to be Iqbal, right? Now, as Iqbal, he goes to the director and he says that I am really not liking this job of coolie and I don't want this job. I want to be a doctor. So then the director says, but you are already a superhero. What do you mean by you want to be a doctor or you don't want to be a coolie? So he says, no, but I am coolie, isn't it? So then the director reminds him a little bit more. He shows him a little bit more of his truth. He takes a little bit more of the script away from him and asks him to go further back, a little further back. That is actually accumulating. You're rediscovering more and more a bit of yourself. That feels like accumulation, but you actually are that already. You're just beginning to rediscover your eternal truth, your eternal peace, your eternal joy. the way it exists forever. Just the clouds are scattered more and more and more and more, and you're seeing a bit more of yourself as that clear blue sky. Does that make sense? That is really accumulation. This has to be understood, because as a person, otherwise, how are you accumulating? What is the practice in general?
Be who you are.
No. Before understanding, be who you are is easy to say. But how am I being who I am? What have you all been doing before you got this understanding to accumulate? Can anybody tell me? Because I've not done that. So can anybody tell me? How are you accumulating? Nobody.
So can we read this paragraph, sister?
How much you were with Baba?
How much you are with Baba? Is that how you were accumulating?
Like kind of, yeah. However, how long you can be in that awareness that you are with Baba.
Were you accumulating? This part got this through Seva, we accumulate. Through Seva,
Another one, yes.
Seva, we were accumulating. Using the Shakti and the virtues, we were accumulating. Did you feel like you were becoming more and more of what you really thought you were? Through experiences, we were accumulating. Coming into my truth. वो तो अभी का है. I'm talking about when you were doing it before. Coming into your truth is now, but when you were doing it before, when it was just a temporary happiness.
Seva for sure.
Seva is how you were accumulating physical seva. What else? Gyan and gun ki shakti. If I read Murli 10 times, then I was accumulating. Accumulation time spent with tan, man, dhan, and yagya. Prasannata and halkapan. When something good happened outside, being kind to others. Now, do you see how much room for confusion is there in all of this?
That's why I wasn't clear to read this one. But no, Baba's meaning is something's different, not this one. Lokik meaning is something is the different. That's why it's been
Because
stuck
we are
in.
adding on top of the person.
Yeah, that's right, sister. Sister, would you read this paragraph, please?
Yeah, sure.
Because it's a very important paragraph, this
what
one,
was the date?
and is a Sunday 24.
24th. Okay.
And is the last paragraph where it start from the check you're not spending.
Oh, is it here? Check that you're not.
Yeah,
Can I say
sister.
something? Didi?
Yeah, sure.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Accumulating means just I understand that if I am detached observer about my clouds in the whole day, then I am accumulating. I am in my smriti that I am a soul with combined with Baba, and clouds are coming and going, but I am the whole sky. Then I am accumulating already.
You are the embodiment of fulfillment and completeness and fullness.
Yeah, the clouds are coming and going, but I am detached observer.
Yeah.
That watching that clouds, no?
Yeah.
So that is already accumulating, no?
And what is happening is what gives a sense of accumulation. So we were asking in the previous life, how were you accumulating when you just came into Gyan and your understanding was raw? How were you accumulating? As everybody said, some of them said, one of them was
repeating somas that I am
physical seva, so I'm accumulating. Hanji?
Yeah, that is also repeating my somas. I am peaceful soul. I am master Sarv Shaktiman, and that is practicing. And as last evening, I think that I am accumulating.
Yeah. And sure enough, it had its own benefit, no doubt about it. Yeah, sure enough. Nobody's denying that. And we are not going to undermine anything because in some way, at least it was better than doing some other mantra chant, right? But what really accumulation means is we are going to see now. However, all
दीदी मैं जितना 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 क्लियरली अंडरस्टैंड की हूँ कि आई एम सेपरेट फ्रॉम द बंडल ऑफ सेंसेशंस, जितना क्लैरिटी मुझे हुआ है मैं वही कैरी करूंगी.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
वही accumulation.
I am the infinite blue sky. I'm not the clouds. जितना जितना ये clear होता जा रहा है वहां से ही मैं देख रही हूँ, then accumulation will have a different meaning. But if I'm looking as a person from the ground, then accumulation will have a different meaning.
जी जी जी.
Yeah. But when I'm seeing as a clear blue infinite sky, then accumulation will have a different meaning for me.
Yeah, and in that case, there is no addition or subtraction, right? There is no really accumulation at that point.
Exactly. So nothing can ever, no experience can be added to me. No experience can be subtracted from me.
So means I'm always content, no matter what parasthiti comes. I just...
Not just parasthiti, but also my inner world experiences.
Yes, that is a contentment comes from the inner side, always sada. This the Baba always says.
There are two inner, right? One is the soul, that is the innermost. Then there is the mind, which is the second layer, which looks inner, but it's actually not inner. It is outer for the soul.
Outer one, yes.
So it's extroversion for the soul. If I'm looking as this person, person is not at the level of the body only. Person is at the level of the mind, actually. So person is a very subtle, subtle sense of self-image. From the perspective of that self-image, if I look at accumulation, accumulation can never be complete. I will always continue to accumulate. I need everybody's approval. I need everybody in Brahmin family to like me. Then I am good enough. Right? And means I'm accumulating. Everybody is thinking I'm a warm, humble person. That means I'm accumulating. I play Haji ka part. That means I'm accumulating. Isn't it? I mean, I've heard all of these things. I don't know.
In fact, Baba
and myself
says,
so.
right?
Sorry?
Baba every Murli says that क्या वो ये आप समझते हो अपने आप को? Like even the Sunday Murli, like the first three sentences may be richest, holiest, and
highest.
Really highest? Do you really believe that?
Exactly. Do you really know yourself to be like that? Then, if I've truly known myself to be like that, then I can see even the clouds getting scattered sometimes, coming in throng sometimes, coming as a storm sometimes, and then being clear blues. There's no cloud some days, and I am that infinite blue sky. Is that clear to me? Then I'm truly in that space of knowing I'm forever, ever, ever complete. This is what Baba is saying, accumulation. From there, I can see. But if I believe myself sometimes to be cloud, then I come back to being, oh, no, 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 I'm not the cloud. I'm this. But I'm never 100%, huh? I'm never 100% clean blue sky. But I feel like maybe if I sit down for Amrit Vela and I'll get an experience, and then once I have that experience, and I've accumulated. Yes, it helps. I'm not denying that. It helps. But to a certain extent. To a certain extent. If not done properly, that sense of accumulation itself becomes your biggest obstacle. Right? Like I'm just sharing this one's knowing and experience of the personal self. From day one till day today, from day one of the practice of the mind, I'm saying, from mind's perspective, day two till date, has my knowledge of, and that, I said in the morning, earthquake moment. Has that changed? No. Has my sense of self from the day two I got, oh, I am this. This is my truth. Has that changed? No. Even till date, it has not changed. But has my mind's refinement changed? Absolutely, it has. Has my experiences come more in alignment with my truth from day two? Absolutely, it has. But my knowledge of who I am has not changed from day two till now. I know from day two with Baba, I am infinite blue sky. Now you do what you need to do to refine the mind. I'm with you. Together we are on this mind's refining journey, whatever mind wants to think about it. Have my experiences become more subtle of the mind? Yes, they have. Can I see more different forms of Maya? Absolutely, I can. But has my knowledge and knowing of my truth changed? Not one bit. Not one bit. And that is what Baba is saying. This really is accumulation. Your mind will feel it's accumulating. Oh, wow, I'm getting more and more like, like the soul, you know, that's how the mind will feel. Mind will feel it's accumulating, it's accumulating, it's accumulating. Does that make sense now?
No, yes, sister.
Yeah.
But I still want you to read.
Okay, okay. So check that you're not spending what you have accumulated at the same time. What does that mean? You are not spending what you have accumulated at the same time. The more you use the treasures of this knowledge, the more they will increase. They will not decrease. What do you understand from it? Becoming Swarup of... No. What do you understand from what we read? Yeah?
That even if we forget not to go in guilt and just come out of it in a second, that means we are not wasting.
Very good. You're not spending. Yeah.
Yeah, what I was thinking is that if we do not identify with our thoughts, feelings, emotions, then we are not spending.
Yeah, you're not spending. The moment a thought comes and I become one with it, I've spent. Means I'm believing myself to be that cloud again. We really have to see it from the perspective of the soul, what Baba is saying. Because if we see it as a person standing on the ground, looking at the cloud and looking for itself as a some दिख जाए थोड़ा मेरे को अपना experience हो जाए मैं कौन हूँ then you'll be having a very difficult life. Very difficult. So the more you use the treasures of this knowledge, the more they will increase. They will not decrease. So what is the treasure of the knowledge? I'm a soul like my father. This is the highest treasure. Who am I? Baba and I combined forever. And then from there, I see, Baba, see how my dream is different from their dream. Baba, we have different dreams playing out. And I can, with you, Baba, I can see with you all the dreams with open eyes. I'm a lucid dreamer. You know what a lucid dreamer is?
This is only the truth.
Yeah. So then Baba is saying, if you keep using powers on your own sanskars more, they will increase. The more you use the treasures of this knowledge, the more they will increase. They will not decrease. If you keep using your powers on your own sanskars and natures, and on your problems created by Maya, then you reduce your account of accumulation. What do you understand? Those who can tell me what do they understand from this, they have really understood.
So it means you just mixed, means you forgot it, who you are. Because you start believing the mind is doing, I'm the one doing, mind is thinking I'm the one doing everything. So automatically you reduce, means you forgot it, who you are. So you complete in a sleeping state.
As a sanskar, I first become embodiment of one sanskar.
Yeah.
Then I battle with other sanskars in me. Right? First, I become embodiment of one. Let's say the sanskar is I'm not worthy enough. There's a sanskar in me, let's say. I, the soul, become embodiment of it. True? Now, that is my reference point for who I am. Now, Baba says, child, if you keep using your powers on your own sanskars and nature or on your own problems created by Maya, then you reduce your account of accumulation. Oh my God, Baba is saying that I should not be, what is it? I should not be using the power on my own sanskara. And nature.
I try to be a good, I try to be nice with others, helping others.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I have to accumulate the account in Baba's vision.
I'm not worthy enough. So until I get others' approval, I can't be worthy.
Yeah, I need a certificate from
I
each
need a
and
certificate. Baba said, no, I need a certificate from my family, from Baba, from my whatnot, other things.
So I start chasing to accumulating for certificates.
Yeah. I chase service. I chase this. I chase that. I become more humble according to a person's humility. No, झुक घर घिस घिस मर मर बोलूंगी मैं फिर. I mean, I use all the knowledge in the most twisted manner. Is that accumulation or depletion?
Complete depletion. I mean, soul is not astral, but yes, because you are completely away from your truth.
So when I meet anybody, I'm not meeting them. Now, let's say I remove that sanskara, means just for imagination's sake, we are doing it right now, that I, the being, am totally naked. I have no sanskara on me. I'm just so raw gold like Baba is. Zero identity with any sanskaras in my mind, but just totally available for Baba as Baba wants to mold me. Now, Baba wants to mold me in his sanskars. Right? So what is Baba's sanskar? How will I understand this point with Baba's sanskars? Oh, Baba doesn't want me to wear the costume of any old sanskaras and battle with other sanskaras. Baba wants me to know my highest, holiest, richest truth. Because the more I know that about me, I don't need anybody's approval to feel who I am, how worthy I am. I don't need anybody's, what do you call? Anybody's stamp, you're good. I don't need that stamp. So then when I meet them, I will not meet based on, oh my, they should like me. They should like me. Not with that attitude will I meet. What attitude will I meet with? I am complete. You are complete. Your part is accurate. My part is accurate. If there's any old sanskara within me, which your part may trigger or may not trigger, it could be good or bad. It could be pleasant or unpleasant. I am willing to be available for Baba as Baba would want to mold me. Now with this vritti and smriti I meet, how differently we understand knowledge. So then Baba is saying, therefore, when you spend, what do you accumulate? Check how much remains. तो थोड़ा मैं मास्टर सर्वशक्तिवान हूं कर करके थोड़ा अक्यूमुलेट किया, फिर दूसरा कोई थॉट आ गया, ये नॉट
बाबा लूज हो गया।
अरे लूज हो गया उसमें।
फिर तो कोसते रहेंगे खुद को।
बाबा लूज हो गया, है तो जस्ट लॉस्ट, है तो
बाबा
फॉरगॉट।
पूरा दिन अच्छा गया, अभी थोड़ी देर के लिए फिर वो निगोशिएशन चलती है बाबा के साथ।
So do you see what is happening? And that is why there's not that constant happiness there. After finding God, after finding your own truth, how can there not be that constant happiness? And I'm not saying my mind is happy. Always. States of mind may vary. And they do. My body may not always having the sensations that are so pleasant that are constantly reflecting my happiness. No. But I know my happiness. And more I know that, and I'm uninfluenced by the states of my mind and body. Actually, my mind and body are also beginning to reflect my constant happiness. So it's so important to listen to the Murli from Baba's perspective, richest, holiest, and highest perspective. Not one who is very poor and has to become rich and accumulate. No. So we listen as a mind which believes itself to be a pauper, a beggar. Actually, I will not even use those words. I will probably use mind listens to it as a person. That makes it much easier. As a person, when I'm listening, when I become the embodiment of being a thought, which believes itself to be a particular sanskara, which needs to accumulate in order to be a soul. And all Baba is saying, not even accumulating soul conscious moments, huh? We are not accumulating those moments. We are seeing from our highest perspective already. And we are seeing all different forms of Maya coming also. And we are seeing different situations and circumstances also. But from the place of richest, holiest, and highest being that I am. So where is the accumulation? But what is happening? ये जो middle layer है ना, यहाँ पे फंस जाते हैं. Middle layer में, I start believing myself to be some sanskara which I'm not aware of mostly. For a Brahmin soul that is playing a Brahmin part, generally the sanskara that you are not aware of, majority of the time, sometimes it may be also because of fear, which is another sanskara in itself, but majority of the time, unconsciously, we are identified as certain sanskara as me. And then as that sanskara, as my reference point, I am really seeing all the other sanskaras. Then I am acting as a person needing to accumulate by doing this and by doing that outside, and also by doing a lot of purusharth inside. I have to do 10 hours bhakti to accumulate. It has just become, I'm not saying bhakti is wrong. Okay, when we say that, we are not saying bhakti is wrong. No, it's a beautiful thing if you can sit for 10 hours. But bhakti is 24/7, whether in action, sitting, in that you could be sitting for 10 hours or you could be working for 10 hours. You're bhakti. Your life is a bhakti. You could be speaking for 10 hours. You could be just doing everything for 10 hours. I know my experience is, I am independent of my experience, but my experience is not independent of me. This is also very important to understand. You know the TV screen? Do you see the images on the TV screen? Can the images exist without the screen? No. But can the screen exist without the images? Yes. Have you ever seen that the screen is separate from the image? Is there a distance between the screen and the image? Between the screen and the image, there is no distance. Yeah? But why is Baba always first creating a distance? So that we stop being so immersed in the images on the screen. So first he creates a distance and then he collapses the distance also. And then he tells us, actually, yes, no experience can exist without you. So you, the being, is the screen, which is independent of the images on the TV screen. Right? But these images, the experiences that you are having of sound, taste, touch, smell, movement, sensation, seeing, feeling, thinking, tasting, this is drama. This is drama. This drama, these experiences of this drama cannot exist without you, the screen. So actually experiences are very much like this with you. You can't really separate, but we are separating so that I know I'm not the images on the screen, I'm the screen. But once you have known this, once you have known the nature of the screen that you are, then Baba says, now collapse it back together. Drama and you are inseparable. So this is why it's very important to know and understand it like that. Yeah. So that is why you can be in action. Action cannot exist. This movement cannot exist. I'm not just totally separating. We do that and we did that for a long time because I saw there were so many so involved in their mind. Caught up in their mind completely. So we do that. But now we are coming and bringing it back close together. Once you are detached, then you can see, okay, tasting is happening as an experience within me. Hearing is happening. Hearing is not at a distance from me, but we are first creating a distance. Because we are too immersed in being those experiences right now. But keep this in the, not, I wouldn't say back of the mind, but just keep this understanding somewhere. But first, make sure that you are totally separate, like the screen and the images on the screen. Screen is not moving. Images are moving on the screen, but the screen is not moving. So there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of story. There's a lot of images. There's a lot of colors, variety, everything on the screen of the consciousness. Yeah, there's a lot going on within the consciousness that I am. Yeah. But, and I'm inseparable from this drama within me. I'm inseparable. From this drama. Yet, I'm totally independent of it. So in every aspect of your experience, there is you. So, but can I know myself? So how is that the soul's beauty and peace and love is reflecting through your part. But first you have to create a distance. Then you can collapse it after knowing your nature. Is that making sense?
Yes, sister.
So that is why Baba is saying, know yourself as the richest, the highest, and the holiest. पहले वो अलग कर देता है, अलग हो जा, अलग. Now, once you have known yourself as that one, now you know the reality of all also first. So you know
Shanti sister,
Om
sorry.
Shanti. Yeah.
मतलब यही मीनिंग शायद बाबा कहना चाहता है कि अपनी विशेषता को कार्य में लगाओ.
Yes, Visheshta is that my vision is my Visheshta. Yeah, my Smriti is my Visheshta. Does that make sense, Ashrita?
Sister, yes.
Yeah. My
मतलब अभी तक
Smriti. Sorry?
हाँ, क्योंकि अभी तक जो सुनते थे तो पर्सन माइंड सुनता था कि विशेषता मीन्स मेरे में क्या क्वालिटी है, उस क्वालिटी को बाबा की सेवा में लगाओ. तो बुद्धि में वही चलता था कि जो विशेषता है उसको कार्य में लगाओ तो विशेषताएं बढ़ती जाएंगी, अपने आप संपूर्ण बनोगे.
And it's a very good point to here highlight this, that when I see as a person, ये मेरी विशेषता है कि मैं बहुत अच्छा खाना बनाती हूँ, तो मैं बाबा का भोग बनाऊंगी.
यस.
ये मेरी विशेषता है, मैं कंप्यूटर आईटी बहुत अच्छा काम करती हूँ, तो मैं उसको बाबा के यज्ञ में लगाऊंगी. अभी तक
Yes,
if it's still the person doing it, of course it is much better than the Shudra part, because it is somewhere you are getting some credit for it from Baba. It's because at least इतना surrender तो है कि नहीं भी समझ आ रहा है तो भी हम कुछ तो लगा रहे हैं बाबा के यज्ञ में. So that's very good.
इसलिए बाबा कहता है ना, बाबा तो कहा.
बाबा तो कहा, एग्जैक्टली बाबा तो कहा, और बाबा कह के लगा तो दिया ना. बाबा को तो पहचान लिया जितना भी पहचाना है. दुनिया वालों से तो ज्यादा ही पहचाना है. तो दैट्स ऑल वेरी गुड. अब यही मैं बाबा के साथ अपनी ओरिजिनल स्मृति में आई द बीइंग.
यस.
What quality do I even own? हाँ, यस देवाश्री.
जैसे दीदी बाबा कहते हैं ना, भोग लगाने से पहले अगर खुशबू भी ले लिया तो वो भी जूठा हो गया. तो हमने थोड़ा सा मतलब मैपन है.
मेरा टैलेंट है. वेरी
तो
गुड.
बाबा वो भोग स्वीकार नहीं करते हैं.
वो भोग स्वीकार नहीं करते हैं. वेरी गुड. तो दैट इज वेयर, एंड पर वो मैपन से मैं दूर होंगी कैसे, until I know who I am. So what does the soul own? Do you own any quality? Or was it something that was given to Iqbal? That you can, carry 5 different bags on your head. That's your skill. So you carry all the luggage. So then Iqbal thinks, okay, I'll do it for God. बाबा मैं आपके लिए सारे 5 बैग उठाऊंगा. एज इकबाल, सो से अमिताभ बच्चन सेज, एज इकबाल, अपने आप को अभी तक इकबाल समझ रहा है, तो बोलता हाँ हाँ हाँ, तो देखो इतना अच्छा तो है ना एटलीस्ट कि हाँ हाँ मैं 5 बैग उठाऊंगा. भगवान के लिए उठाऊंगा. बट बिकॉज इकबाल इज डूइंग इट फॉर भगवान, what happens is he begins to move away from doing it for others as person. So somewhere what is happening is unknowingly he's letting go of the layers. Unknowingly. नाउ इसमें 3 तरह की प्रैक्टिस होती है. एक होगा जो अपने आप को इकबाल समझ के लगाएगा, वो भी बहुत अच्छा है. एक है उसको लगेगा कि नहीं मैं इकबाल नहीं हूँ, भगवान मुझे बताना चाह रहा है, मैं तो वो बीइंग हूँ जिसका अपना कुछ है ही नहीं. मैं तो हुई अमिताभ। मेरे पास ये जो स्क्रिप्ट की स्किल्स है, ये तो मेरी है ही नहीं। ये तो मुझे स्क्रिप्ट के लिए दी गई थी। कुछ होंगे जो उस हद पे उठ जाएंगे एक सेकंड में, विच इज ऑल्सो फाइन। और जब वो उठ गया, एक बात तो धीरे धीरे आ ही जाएगा अमिताभ के ऊपर, पर अगर जो उठ गया कि मैं हुई अमिताभ, तो फिर उसका लगेगा कि आई एम अ बीइंग ऑफ लाइट, मैं ओन ही नहीं करती कुछ, तो मैं क्या लगाऊं। मुझे याद है, बाबा के सब ब्राह्मण बच्चे बाबा के यज्ञ में कुछ ना कुछ तो थोड़ा थोड़ा जो भी करता है अपने अपने हिसाब से करते हैं ना। तो इसको याद है कि जब इसके पार्ट में शुरू हुआ था ना ये, तो इसने ऐसे बोला था कि बाबा ने पोस्टमैन के थ्रू ये भेजा है, पोस्टमैन के थ्रू। तो उन्होंने बोला नहीं आपने किया। मैंने कहा नहीं मैंने नहीं किया, क्योंकि मुझे लग ही नहीं रहा है मैंने कुछ किया है अंदर से। आप कैसे बोल सकते हो मैंने किया है? आपका दिल, अरे मेरा दिल नहीं है, मैंने जब दिया हो तो मेरा दिल हो। मेरा है ही नहीं। डज इट मेक सेंस? मैं होती कौन हूं कुछ करने वाली या लगाने वाली यज्ञ में? Who am I? What do I own? A living light, what can it own?
Like they say that moon doesn't have a light of its own. It's just the reflection of sunlight.
No. Actually, Baba says that you're not in that sense. Baba says you have your own light.
You have your own.
Shine by your own light. By not owning anything, you actually shine. When you own something, then your shine gets eclipsed.
Yeah, because there is a sense of doership then.
Yeah.
Ownership.
Absolutely. I have done something. I am putting something in the yagya, whether it's seva, body, mind, whatever it is. What have I put? Is it my body? Is it my mind? Is it my time? Is it my money? Whatever it is it mine? So what are you putting in the yagya? Yagya is doing ehsan on you, or you're doing ehsan on yagya?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
What is mine to put? This has to be seen. The living being can own nothing. I'm not just talking about physical world, material things. I'm talking about more subtle aspects of owning. And we own our thoughts, we own the feelings, we own the emotions, we own the memories, we own the thinker, the owner of the thoughts, we own the chooser of the thoughts, we own the feeler of the thoughts, we own the sufferer of the thoughts. And the one who has really surrendered and sacrificed that, फिजिकल थिंग्स तो टच ही नहीं होती है। इफ आई कांट इवन ओन अ थॉट, व्हाट इज दिस, व्हाट इज, ये तो बहुत बहुत वो लगता है, ग्रोस लगता है। इट्स टू ग्रोस फॉर मी टू इवन सरेंडर टू बाबा। शर्म आती है बोलते हुए भी बाबा को कि बाबा मैं आपको, अपनी गाड़ी अपनी आपकी है, या कंप्यूटर आपका, या फोन आपका, या कुर्सी आपकी, या टेबल आपका है, ये भी शर्म आती बोलते हुए भी ऐसे, है ना? नहीं, इसको मैं अपना पॉइंट बता रही हूँ, अपना एक्सपीरियंस बता रही हूँ कि तो कितनी ग्रोस चीजें, ये चीजें दे दी अंदर की, तो बाहर की तो अपने आप ही अपनी नहीं लगती है ना? So really go to the level where Baba really wants to see that. And that is why आपको internally ही नहीं लगेगा when people ask, oh my God, you take so much time. And अरे भाई मेरा टाइम ही नहीं है। मेरा टाइम हो तो मैं बोलूं कि मैंने मेरा टाइम दिया आपको। Yeah, this is what surrender means. So even if a thought of I and mine comes, Baba, this thought came of I and mine, and I know no thoughts belong to me, so I give it to you. So even the thought of I and mine is not yours. That is how much surrender there is. And please, surrender भी शब्द शर्म आती बोलते हुए in one way, है ना? Surrender का भी surrender. True? Yeah. Then I'm truly playing the innocent Lord's innocent child.
दीदी सरेंडर वो करते जो कुछ अपना पकड़ के रखे तभी तो सरेंडर, अपना कुछ है ही नहीं तो क्या सरेंडर सर?
Exactly. Exactly. Nothing is mine. So what am I accumulating? What am I spending? है ना? True? So any thought, even अगर अंदर आ भी गया, मैंने अच्छा किया या मैंने अच्छा नहीं किया, I've not done this well, oh I did this so well. Thoughts can come, but you don't own them. Then you have truly surrendered to Baba. Then you will really feel that, yes, Baba and I, this is the accumulation, the spending, and all these words Baba uses because Baba knows the person mind does not understand any other language. So he uses our own worldly language to take us beyond these words. Yeah? So Baba is saying, your account is not like this, no? If you just earned and used up or used it up on yourself as a person, then that would be, then what would you have accumulated for 21 births? You are happy when you accumulate, but if you don't allow for what you spend, you are deceived. Also examine your account of accumulation. At the same time, how much did you use for yourself? And this is where Baba is allowing the soul to see that you're not thinking of yourself as a person and using things for yourself as a person. And where sometimes we say yes, we are actually spending. And sometimes when we are saying no, we are actually accumulating. How? Who will tell?
Feeding the person identity. Like sometimes you say it yes to protect that identity.
Yeah.
And sometimes you say no, also to protect identity. Then it becomes the opposite.
Yeah.
But
When
actually,
no, to not protect the identity.
Not to protect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah. Then you are accumulating and spending, thinking I'm accumulating, you're spending and thinking then you won't think you're spending because you're saying no for the right reasons. But sometimes it's saying yes and you're actually spending more. You're feeding the personal identity.
Just a really example, please.
Like, for example, somebody was sharing their experience. They went in the hotel, right? And in the hotel, they were in a room which were supposed to be in a quiet and a very nice place of the hotel, in the very nice area of the hotel, nice part of the hotel. And they found the right next door room. They put them in that room where there was another room, and there was a lot of noise, music, dance, everything going on there. And they said, in that moment, I had a choice to kind of fight for my right and tell the management that, I mean, whatever, how many things they could have told the management, right? Or they could have kept quiet, thinking, I'm a very spiritual person, I can put up with this. Right? They could have believed that to be their thing, right? Either way, they said they were suppressing in some way. Yeah? So what was the third thing that came out? Being with their truth, they realized, no, it's the right thing to go and speak to the management. That is it possible without any resistance to the situation, without any resistance to the feelings within them that were erupting at that time. The right thing to do would be to speak to the management that is it possible for me to get another room, please? Does that make sense?
Yes, sister.
Yeah. So that is how you know. I will not say, no, I'm a good spiritual person. And all night they are, you got to speak at times. आपके सामने कोई child को abuse कर रहा है, you've got to, I mean, I don't know whether you will speak or not, but at least first check. See the scene and the situation in totality. There may be resistance in you, right? Check what is the resistance within me to that situation that I'm seeing. Check.
Yeah, perfect example of the power of tolerance not used in a correct way.
Exactly. So you will see it clearly when you are in consciousness of being a soul. Then you will know what is the right action to take. Now, in that you may act, you may not act, we don't know. But at least you will know that what your truth is and totality of the situation and the resistance within you. And from that space, only the right action will come. Whatever is right according to your drama part. It won't be a reactive, oh, how can you do this? You should not be doing this. No. Neither will it be, oh, walk away. You'll be doing your own checking. When you do your own checking, you're with Baba, you're doing your own checking, then the right response according to your drama will manifest at that time. Yeah? Is it clear? I don't know, Sister Rupa, we went into detail to your question.
Yes, no, sister, it's totally clear.
It's clear now?
Yeah, I wasn't clear past 3-4 days, so it's just
okay.
I have to ask this question now.
It's important, very important.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. So we will finish it here. Anyone else wants to say anything? Things are always working out. They may not work out according to the personal person. But whichever way they have worked out is how they should be working out. Right? And that's why today's drama lesson is very important. Anyone else? Did you want to say something? Yes.
Didi, a term is here used, and some centers are running as a free use and some centers running as a house rent, on rent. So Baba has given as a free use. We are using just as in free use. Just owner gives the house to running the center, and there is nothing to take from these centers.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're saying that you own nothing. You're just a trustee. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, there is.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And once only the soul can be the trustee, right? As a personal person, I can never be the trustee. From this limited, finite activity of the self, I can never be a trustee. But I can only be a trustee from being the being that I am. That I truly don't own anything of the mind and the body and the world. That happens on its own. More I know, I truly don't own anything of my mind and body. So the whole world is Baba's center. Literally, we are taking everything on loan from him. And nature both. Yeah. Nothing.
Sister, I want to compliment for the visual treat today you gave us with these 2 stars. First thing, so and you keep telling us to go away from visuals, but this was a really treat I wanted to mention. It was so beautiful. It is so beautiful, actually. Thank you.
Thank you, Baba. Vasudev Kutumbakam, somebody is saying. Yeah. And the real meaning of it is to know who you are. And when once I know who I really am as a being of light with Baba, and Baba is telling me, that's why he brings me close to myself by bringing me close to him. And then he tells me, see, that as I am, so are you. Like I am bound by the drama of my own inner world, you are also bound by the drama of your own inner world. Until I come. Now I will give you an option to go beyond the script. That is my script to follow. I play the part of God. And my part is to take you beyond all parts. Are you willing to walk the path with me? And path is not long. Path is the point where you're standing. Are you willing? That is all. And that is really being a trustee. Means complete trust in God and trust in yourself. Then can you truly be the trustee of everything else. Subtle and gross. Okay? Wonderful. Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti, angels.
Thank you,
Om
Baba.
Shanti.
Om Shanti, Didi.